struggle is real. It's me versus me, the struggle is real. Why don't you choose yourself? Choose yourself right now. It's me versus me, the struggle is real. The struggle is real. Welcome back to Me versus Me Life Change Challenge, Series 1, Episode 13. It's a new year filled with new challenges. How many of you were able to follow your life challenge over the holidays? Did you succumb to the finger foods? Yes. Desserts? Yes. Holiday treats? Yes. And are you ready to get back on track? Yes. Tonight, we are going to help you get back on track. We have introduced several participants over the last 13 weeks. Tonight, we are going to reach out to as many of them as we can to see where they are now, how the holidays affected them, and how they plan to move forward. In order to get back on track, we have to find our Am I Worth It button. Let's get started with our first two participants. Say hi to Rhonda Hart.
Hi.
And Missy Hamilton. Hello, how are y'all?
Great.
I'm so excited. I told you off camera, I'm excited about having you here, and on camera, I'm really excited about having you here. And y'all are beautiful. And we're just going to start with the holidays. Well, let's actually start with you first. Now, we'll kind of get a background on you, on your, when did you start? It's Me versus Me Life Change Challenge.
October 19th.
Of 2023.
Yes.
Because this is 2024.
Right.
Have you had to write that yet?
Yes. So it's been 24, wait. No, don't forget, 11 weeks. 11 weeks.
Yeah.
And
tell them what your starting weight started.
okay, 212 was my starting.
Yep.
And 188 today, so that's 24 pounds.
Wow.
So that's about 2 pounds a week.
And that's exactly what I'm so excited, because that's what we shoot for, is about 2 pounds a week. And you have done that. You came to a point where you were at a plateau for, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, I think, something like that. And you stayed at the, you stayed at the 200s for a while, right at the 200.
Right.
And then you got down to around the 190s, and you stayed there for a while. And now you're at the 188.
Right.
And you believe in 11 weeks. Now, you think about this. You think, I might get a little teary-eyed here. Okay, you think you're not going fast enough.
I do think I'm not going fast enough.
And you're at 188.
Yes.
And you haven't been there in how many years?
I can't remember.
I cannot believe. And you're how old now? You're 70.
I'm 70. I just turned 70. Yes.
And so you came through the holidays.
Oh.
You came through Thanksgiving and Christmas, because you started in October. You came through Halloween.
Halloween,
my favorite
Thanksgiving, holiday.
Christmas, and your birthday.
Yes.
And tell us what you did on your birthday, not the cupcake thing, but the other thing.
Well, we had a party. My husband threw a party for me, and it was wonderful. And my boys were really excited, because they could tell that Mama was moving a lot better, and you know, the dancing and all that stuff. And they were just thrilled, and they did thank Gary for what she was doing to help their mama, because they love their mama.
They really do love their mama.
They do.
You were out there dancing like you were 20 years old.
Like nobody was watching.
Like nobody was watching. You absolutely were. And just 11 weeks ago, you couldn't even get up the stairs.
Right.
Remember, you had
to
stop.
Crawling up.
You had to stop every 3 steps. I videoed you on that. Might pull that one out of our job, too.
I don't know about that.
So 11 weeks, that's not even 3 months, and you're already at 188. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, what we did during Christmas was we quit going to the gym. During
did.
Thanksgiving and Christmas, we quit going to the gym. So tell me how your physical, and I know you look like you've lost weight, and I know before the holidays you felt like you lost weight, and at your birthday you felt like you lost the weight.
Right.
But what has happened now that we have quit going to the gym because of time?
Well, I really wasn't sure if it was because of a lot of traveling or because of a new mattress that was hard as concrete. So
you let
it
your
was,
husband pick
it
the
was so firm.
she let her
And
husband pick the mattress while she's gone out of town.
I really was, or because I wasn't exercising, but I'm really having trouble moving again,
Me too.
even with the weight loss. And so I've taken care of the other two issues, but I haven't taken care of the exercise issue. So I think it's probably the exercise issue that I have gotten stiff again.
Yeah.
And that's sort of weird after I've lost weight and then I'm still stiff like I was before.
Yep. And to you and your for you where you're at, where I'm at, I quit going as well. When Tammy
Right.
had her second surgery, she was in the wheelchair, Jerry's in the wheelchair, and then they couldn't go. And we tried to work it out where everybody was sitting in their chair and working out, but that still doesn't work me out. And so like I need to.
Right.
And then I feel guilty for going whenever they can't go. And so we just absolutely, I'm the same way. I cannot hardly get around right now. So we're going to fix that.
But we're going to just push the reset button and here we go.
That's right.
That's what New Year's is all about.
Now, are you going to continue to try to lose the 2 pounds a week? Is that, or you're
Oh, I don't have a 2 pounds a week thing.
You don't? What do you
I
have?
want to lose weight every day. So that would be 7 pounds a week. So that's what I want to do. So I don't have a goal for 2 pounds a week.
And you're still drinking your water.
Not as well as I did at first.
Okay.
But I am still drinking water.
Okay.
And since the new year I have been eating very well.
Yeah. So last night I said I wasn't going to go back to Wednesday night church.
But we solved that problem.
Because we have potluck every Wednesday night. With pecan pie, homemade, and everything else, and you and your husband make
Whole
Whole 30 recipes.
Legal, nutritious food. And that's what I had for my lunch, leftovers.
It was delicious last night, and I didn't have pecan pie last night.
Yeah.
During Christmas, I did, unfortunately. Well, I am so proud of you for doing what you're doing, and you're an inspiration to me for sure.
Well, it's hard.
Yeah.
Holidays is hard.
Yeah, I'm glad they're past us now.
Yeah.
And we're going to get on track. So, yeah. Okay, Missy, let's talk to you. I'm so excited about talking to you as well. Now, you started out in November 12th of 2023. And so that's about 6 weeks. So tell us where you started and where you're at now.
Started at 203.
Mm-hmm.
Right before Thanksgiving, I hit 190, and that's where I've been.
Wow.
Even through Thanksgiving and Christmas. I got sick at Thanksgiving, but Christmas and all the candy and stuff that comes in the house. But I did notice that I didn't want it as much.
Wow.
Because I haven't been eating sugar all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't taste the same.
Mm-hmm.
I think, if that makes sense. I don't know. It may just be my imagination, but, I drink diet drinks or water. And then when I would eat a piece of candy, it wouldn't be good. So I ate it, but not like I normally would have if I had not already been on this journey.
Now, you were drinking Dr. Peppers all day long, and now you've switched to the diets, and then you switched to the water as well. And so how was that transition for you?
I can tell a difference in the way I feel.
Oh, you can. Okay.
I do. I don't feel weighted down. There's just a different feel about it without all that sugar and whatever. And I also throw in some protein drinks in there throughout the day. I just had one on my way over before I came here. It's not food, but it does keep me more full through my day.
Wow. So when we had I don't know if you watched the episode or not, when the lady and the man who had the gastric sleeve and the gastric bypass, and they said for 2 weeks before they could have their surgery, they had to drink only protein shakes and only water. And that's all that they could have for 2 weeks before. They had to do a cleanse, and they had to cleanse out the liver and decrease the swelling in the liver and stuff. So when they said that, I thought that was very interesting because I feel like that's pretty good to be able to just drink a protein shake and go. They lived on it for 2 weeks and have done great during their surgeries.
I'm not going to live on it.
No, but I think it's a good replacement, is what I'm
But
saying.
if I get hungry and it's not time to eat, or I know that I'm doing something like coming up here, I keep them in my refrigerator at work, so I can just do that and not go to that candy bowl or something.
So your husband works for a place where he gets a lot of candies and a lot of gifts at Christmas time. So how did you manage to not do that?
I didn't manage not to do it. Okay. I managed to do it less. Just some of it's really good. But it just really, it just tastes different when you're not eating that all the time. When you're eating better, like chicken instead of just potatoes or whatever your taste. My taste changed, and I just didn't want it. I would look at it and think I wanted it, take a bite, and I didn't really want it.
Right.
It's more of a mind thing than anything.
Now, how has for both of y'all, how has your life change affected your family in your home?
Well, I'm real pleased that my husband has figured it out because eating out is our biggest social activity. Our life revolves around eating.
It really
But
does.
I have turned into a eating out guru. I can eat out anywhere and still get a healthy meal. We had a big holiday at the Catfish Place, family holiday at the Catfish Place in over by Dixon, the other side of Dixon, with family, and I ate broiled catfish for the first time.
Wow, was it good?
It was delicious.
Wow.
And my husband ordered a big pile of fried onion rings for us to share, and I got me a big plate because I love them. And I took one bite, the one bite rule, just take a bite. And then I thought, no. And I took everything that was on my plate and put it back in the platter.
So proud of you.
I mean, just little things like that. If you just have to, but you have to just think. And I try to plan what I'm going to order before I go somewhere.
That's a good
if I
idea.
can.
That's a great idea. Has it changed his attitude about food? Is he eating a little bit different? Or I know he got the fried onion rings, but is he changing a little? Is his ideas of food changing a little
Well,
bit?
he's accommodating me, so yeah. There you go.
He really is.
He really is.
You actually had to start cooking for yourself, and then he jumped in and started helping you. Because he's always been the cook.
He has.
Okay.
Yes, and for all the family meals and the church meals, he makes sure that he prepares food that is healthy for me.
Life change. And for us too.
And for all of us.
Because you always send it. And then you make these little bitty boards. I wish I'd have brought it.
A menu.
And she puts the little menu up on the table by what they brought and says Whole 30. That's the cutest thing. So how has it affected your family at all? Or has it?
My husband will accommodate somewhat. We eat out a lot too.
We do.
But, like she said, little changes. Like, I get unsweet tea. Now he's getting unsweet tea.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's a big one.
That's a big deal. Wow.
And he's conscious about if it's something he knows I really, really like, he doesn't get it anymore. He'll get
good
something
for
he
him.
likes more.
Yeah.
But like Mexican, you can get healthier foods. I get like the plain chicken and the vegetables. you don't have to eat all of those beans and rice and all that stuff to enjoy going out to eat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anywhere you can get a healthier, at least, meal.
Yes.
Now, before you get there, do you decide that's what you're going to do, and that's how you combat the chips and the salsa and all that stuff? How do you push those things away?
One thing I have done, I don't do it every time because they look at me crazy, is ask them for a sliced cucumber instead of the chips.
Really?
Ooh.
hmm
And then you just dip it in the salsa
And
that
they're like,
way?
we have to charge you. I don't care. I just don't want chips. I just rather, I don't dip them, but that's where I saw it. Somebody had that alternative and they dipped it in the salsa, but I don't dip it. I just eat it while everybody else is eating the chips.
What
Oh,
an
that's a good idea.
idea.
And I like cucumbers.
Now,
So,
do they slice it that way, or they slice it long ways or sideways?
in little slices.
In little slices.
That's a great idea.
Well, that's
It's good.
great idea. And wow.
And I'm getting food while I'm not just sitting there going, hey, how are y'all? You know, and it tastes good to me. So,
And the fun thing about going to Mexican restaurant is the chips and the dip. And because you're excited about what you're going to eat, and everybody's busy trying to get their stuff, and that's really eating is not just about food. It's about the feeling that you get when you're with the people that you are with, even by yourself. The experience of it.
Food just helps the experience if that's what you're centered around. But I don't think about it before I go because I just know everywhere has something. If they don't, they'll have a salad.
Wow.
So you can make your own choices
Absolutely.
at everywhere that I've been.
Wow.
And it may be more something that I shouldn't have, but it's more of the good and a little of the maybe I didn't need to have that. But everywhere we've been, there's been a choice that I'm okay with, that tastes good still, and everybody's happy.
Wow.
The kid's happy, the husband's happy, everybody's happy.
Yeah.
I agree, and I don't know if restaurants are just starting to be more aware that they need to put some healthy choices out there, or if maybe we're just finally deciding we're going to do it. I don't know which. Maybe a little of both.
I think it could be a little of both, but I'll be honest, I never looked for it. I mean,
Me too.
the
always been
worst for me.
There.
And I would go, ooh, yuck, I don't want vegetarian anything.
Yes.
But those choices are there. But I do think, I know this chicken that I get's been there, but it's boring. I don't want that. But now it's my go-to when we go out for Mexican.
Wow. Boy, that's really great. I never thought about sliced cucumbers. That's awesome. Well, so what's your goals? I think we need to start setting like a weekly goal and then a monthly goal. So what would be a goal for this is Thursday, and our show's on Sunday. So what would be our goal for next week? That would be the second week in January of 2024. What would be a goal for you for next week? Just one.
Any type of goal.
Any
or
type of
weight
goal.
type.
Adding to what you're doing.
More active.
More active.
I'm like y'all, I can't hardly move. If I sit still very long, it takes me forever to get walking. That's why I did this. I don't want to be like that.
No, I don't either.
I don't either.
No. So when we were going to the gym and we were using our yoga straps and we were stretching, that was, we spend 30 to 45 minutes just stretching because it just makes our lives so much better. And even if we did that at home more,
Yes.
and don't have to go to the gym, there's trying to kind of teach some things that we can do at home that we don't have to do at the gym. But maybe we can make a goal when we were doing gym 2 times a week before the holidays. So I wish we could get back to at least going once next week together. And then now Jerry's having her surgery the end of January. So I don't know how all that's fixing to come on her leg, cause she still can't get a leg yet. So, we've got that coming up, but I think next week, let's try for one. And then the next week, let's try for 2 times a week to go to the gym. And let's get started back on not just our eating, but and that's what we're focused on right now because of the holidays and things like that. But just being able to move around, that's what I'm doing it for too, is
Right.
I don't want to walk like an old lady.
Oh.
I do not want to do
No, I don't
that.
want to do that.
Mm-mm,
I'm not
mm-mm.
an old lady. I'm just 70.
That's
And I certainly don't want to feel that way. You know, I mean, life is short. I want to enjoy it a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I appreciate y'all coming on the show tonight,
Yes.
and I'm excited about what's going on with you guys. And I want to talk to you about the plateau, though. And like I said, next week, I'm going to talk about metabolism and plateau, and that's a big deal. Last week we talked about saturated, unsaturated fats and what all that is, and how to read the polyunsaturated and cholesterol and triglycerides, and how to read the lab results for last week's show. So next week, we're going to talk about metabolism and plateau. But when you reach a plateau, your body actually gets to a homeostasis, if you will. It gets to a part where it says, oh, I'm doing fine right here. So you give this little shock to it, and it metabolizes itself down to where your BMR is based on, it becomes a linear, if you will. And so the plateau is, we got to do something different to get over that hump. And sometimes it takes a couple of weeks to really push off of a plateau, and we cannot get discouraged at all. But even though you didn't lose a lot of weight since you've been sick, you've basically accumulated 2 pounds a week. Now you did drop that the first amount, but you haven't gained any, and that's what's really incredible. I have gained. I did not do well during Christmas and stuff. I can still get in this shirt that I've been waiting to get into for forever. I haven't gained that much, but I've gained enough that I know that it's real easy to get back where you were. And it doesn't take a minute to do it. I mean, it could take 2 months and I'll be right back up to 200 and 6 where I started. So it's you got to be careful and cautious and be watchful. And the struggle is definitely real for sure. It is for me.
The struggle is real.
I think it's real for everybody. I do want to give her a little update on my mom. We were doing Mama's Touch, and we're going to get back to that too. Mama, and I'm going to bring her on because we've been doing the Whole30 and the elimination diet stuff and all that, all the autoimmune things. And she has started watching what she's eating, and she is so much better now. She is physically better because she's figured out what triggers her issues. And so I'm really thankful for this It's Me versus Me Life Change Challenge for her as well. And so I want to tell y'all, thank you for coming today. You are both a blessing, and you're both a mentor for me, and an inspiration for me to be a part of what y'all are doing too. And I want to thank you so much.
Well, thank you for your leadership.
Absolutely.
I don't feel like I'm much of a leader, but thank you so much. And then we'll be right back with our next 2 participants, which will be Jerry Lavelle and Tammy Fraunfelter. And we're going to do that with Zoom, and we'll be right back. Are you struggling with your weight? Do you feel like your health is starting to fail and the fight is just too hard? Well, you're not alone. Many people are fighting the same battle every day. Some win battles, but few win the war. And why is it so hard to win? Because you're fighting against someone who knows you very well, someone who knows your weaknesses and your faults. And who is this enemy? It's you. It's me. That's where It's Me versus Me Life Change Challenge comes in. Hi, my name is Gary Boyd, and I would like to introduce you to a life change program that you can live with and love. What will it take for you to make the necessary changes to take your life back? You can either pay now or you can pay later. The choice is yours, but just know your life is worth it. Sign up to be a participant at itsmeversusme.tv and take back your life today. As the old saying goes, just choosing changes nothing, but deciding changes everything. So why not be a part of a group of people who have chosen life and will receive much encouragement and direction throughout the journey. And I'm right there with you, as I've lost 22 pounds so far, and my household has lost 90 pounds, so we know the struggle is real. Through high-tech 3D body scanning, It's Me versus Me can help take the guesswork out of your fitness and weight loss goals through periodic measurement of your progress. So if you're tired of being tired and watching the world go on without you, make the decision. If not now, then when? Log on to www.itsmeversusme.tv to find out more on how to become a participant. Space is limited, so act fast. Remember, the struggle is real, so let's fight this battle together and be our best selves. It's me versus me, the struggle is real. It's me versus me, the struggle is real. Well, we're back, and I hope that you enjoyed the first part of our show. And now we're going to bring on two more of our participants. Jerry Lavelle, say hi, Jerry.
Hello.
And Tammy Fraunfelter. Say hi, Tammy.
Hi.
And we're glad to have y'all today. And I just want to, we're doing, where are they at now? And so we're going to kind of recap a little bit about y'all. And I'll just start first with Jerry. And how are you doing right now?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah. So we're going to recap about yours. You lost your leg back in December of 2022 for an amputation from a car wreck. And you have needed to get some weight off in order to have your next surgery. And so let's figure out how much you've lost so far. So how much have you lost so far from when we started? You started in July, around June, July. Both of y'all did. And so let's kind of recap about how much weight you've lost so far.
So far, well, I had lost about 45 pounds, but I put a couple pounds back on.
And so that was from, what is that from? I'm not going to say holidays, maybe?
The holidays, complacency, just not doing what I need to do and sticking with it.
Yeah. So how much have you gained through the holidays?
3.5 pounds.
Oh, well, that's not bad. 3.5 pounds is really good. And you're not the kind, you're not like people who have two legs who can just go and work out, walk, be active. You have to really plan your activities.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So
So it makes it a little harder.
do what?
It makes it a little harder.
I think it's a lot harder sometimes, but yeah, I think it's pretty hard for you to figure out. Plus, you quit doing rehab, right?
Yes, I've done with therapy for right now, and so it's more important for me to get busy at home and do it, exercise here and do what I need to do.
Right. So we have stopped going to the gym through the holidays, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that wrapped into one, and now we're at the first of the year. So tell me, do you feel different since you haven't been working out at the gym? How's that affecting you?
It does affect you. It affects your mental ability to want to do what you want to do. You don't feel as good when you're up and getting active, especially having to sit in a chair for so long. To get up and get active is really a big deal. So you do not feel as good as you should. Plus, you feel bad that you haven't done what you need to do. So mentally, it's not a good place to be either.
Yeah, so whenever you know that you've overeaten or not stayed on because you're basically your diet controlled more than activity controlled. So when you get off your diet and your life change diet, and you're talking about the mental aspect of it. So let's talk about that a minute. How does that make you feel when you do get off target with that?
Well, it's actually a little depressing because I like physical activity, so to not be doing it makes a big deal with me mentally and the frame of mind that I'm in.
Now you have another surgery coming up, January 26th, I do believe.
Yes.
Okay. And you're going to get a revision to your leg, to your amputation area. And are you kind of concerned about that, or how do you feel about that?
Well, I feel good in that it's something that needs to be done to make it more acceptable for the prosthetic. But with everything that we've been through with the leg and the healing and everything, I'm a little apprehensive with that part of it.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait for us to, for you to be able to get up and get going and start driving again. When this leg heals again, then we can start getting into the Civic Center pool and getting some more of the weight off in anticipation for your next surgeries after your leg surgeries. We have to wait for that to heal, and then we'll go on to the next surgery. And that's our plan, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you're an inspiration. I was talking to somebody the other day about how you walk Bobo, and you walk the dog, and you have to go down the ramp, and you have to hold on to him and hold on to your wheelchair and get down the ramp without letting go of your wheelchair. And then you have to you walk him all the way down the driveway and back. You don't get out in the road. And you were talking about picking up I know this is kind of crazy to talk about on TV, but picking up his poop, and how do you do that? But it's very interesting how you get back up the ramp. So where's your determination come from when we say, hey, can you go walk the dog? How does that make you feel to be able to do that? I guess that's my question.
Well, it makes you feel good because it makes you feel like you're a part of what needs to be done in the household. So it's not fair for just one person to get stuck, meaning you, to get stuck with, the bulk of the chores and the majority of everything that has to happen. So when you can do something like that, to be a part and to feel like you're doing something, then it makes you feel better.
Yeah. Now, is it scary to go up and down the ramp by yourself?
Not anymore. It used to be a little scary, but I've gotten pretty used to it now.
It's scary for me to watch you do it. Just letting you know. I let you do it, but it's scary for me to watch you do it. Well, I'm real impressed that you can, and the person I was talking to was real impressed. And I told him, I said, you go up and down that ramp like I walk up and down it now. I don't even have to really push you back and forth. And for people that don't know, Jerry is one of my roommates and help care for her care and all that. So I don't know if people know that or not, but all right. So thank you for telling us about all that. Now, what's your goals for the next month or so? And I know the surgery's coming up, but what are your goals for just in the next? You got 2.5, 3 weeks before your next surgery. So what's your goals for the next 3 weeks?
Getting myself back on track and getting back into getting some exercising with some more stretching, getting that targeted on the way that I need to eat and stay eating that way. So that's basically it.
Yeah, well, that's really a good goal that we need to accomplish and get you stronger before your next surgery, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. And so Tammy, let's talk to you. How are you doing?
I am good.
Yeah. And so how did the holidays affect your weight? Now, you started around June, July, and
Yes.
you've lost where did you start? What was your starting weight?
Around 250.
Okay.
And I got down to 189, and now I'm about 195. So I gained about 6 pounds back after my second foot surgery.
Okay. And so you actually, if people don't know, you're another one of my roommates. We all live in the same home. We're housemates, I guess, if you will. And we're all have one dog that we share. So you have started walking Bobo as well.
On crutches.
On crutches. Now, you've been, in the last 2.5 months, you've been in a wheelchair for a while. Jerry's in a wheelchair for a while, well, all time. And now you're back on crutches again. You still got, 2-3 more weeks that you have to be on crutches, hopefully.
Right. I
Yeah.
spent 3 weeks in a wheelchair, and now I'm 5 weeks on crutches, and I have another 3 weeks to go.
Yeah, so you're an inspiration as well. Just we've actually figured out a way to lock Bobo on a leash on the front door, and then she goes outside and around, and then hooks him on another leash and walks him that way. Sometimes I think Jerry's more mobile than you are, for
I
sure.
think she is too.
At least she can carry things around. You can't carry things.
I can't carry things. I'm not real stable on crutches, so I kind of weeble wobble.
All right. Well, you do very well too. I'm real impressed with what you do too. You don't let those things tie you down and weigh you down, and I'm real proud of you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, as far as your eating is concerned, how have you gotten off track during the holidays, and what's your plans on getting back on track?
During the holidays, I ate way too much food that was available with family events, and instead of staying on track. So now I'm working to get back on track and follow my hour. It's not really a diet, but the eating healthy and not have the carb loaded foods that I've been eating.
Yeah. It's been real easy to get off track. And it's like Jerry was talking about the mental aspect of it. How has it mentally taken its toll on you? How has it affected you when you know that you haven't done exactly what you feel that you should have done?
Well, it's very draining energy wise, for one. But it's emotionally, just knowing that I've gotten off track and that I've gained 6 pounds back is it's very emotional. It's discouraging, but I know I can get back on track. So I'm just trying to keep myself in the game.
Yeah. Now you and Jerry both have got reasons, not just health reasons as far as stroke or blood pressure or anything like that. Y'all have your reasons. Jerry needs to get her weight down because of her leg prosthetics that's coming, and also the healing process. And you, for your foot surgery, is huge if you can get more of your weight off in order to get your foot to heal. Is that correct?
Yes. The more weight I can get off, the better it will heal. And hopefully this will be the last surgery and it'll start healing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we definitely need to be on track. So the girls before you, we had talked about Missy and Rhonda. We had talked about what are our goals for next week? What are we going to do to turn this thing around and get it back up to par? Jerry, what's your goals for next week?
Oh, well, I'd like to see us back in the gym, going at least a couple of times and getting back into our routine, and of course, eating better.
Yeah. Now, they have the Civic Center pool. I really like to get you in that. They have, at the Civic Center in Paris, if anybody doesn't know, they have a lift that you can, people who are in wheelchairs and things like that can get down into the pool and get out of the pool. And I would really like to see us get involved with that this week. But Tammy can't go because of her foot surgery. That would not be good for her. But I think for you, I think that's what our goal needs to be in mind for you this week, to get you prepared for your next surgery. I think we need to tone everything up. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And years ago, I used to swim a lot. So I think the water therapy would be a good approach.
Yeah, I think that's huge. That's huge. And so, Tammy, what is your goals for next week? Just tell me, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm really limited to just getting my diet back on track. There's not much I can do exercise wise. I can go to the gym, but the last time I went to the gym with y'all, I sat in a chair, and that limits y'all. And so, yeah, just get my diet back on track is the main thing.
That's funny that you would say limits, y'all. Everybody was in the chair. Remember,
Yeah,
everybody had to be in the chair, which actually was a very fun workout if you want to know the truth about it. And I do say sometimes that limits me, but in essence, a lot of the stretches that we do and things are very vital to our our abilities to move and to be fluent in what we need to do. So, well, I sure do. Y'all want to say anything else before you go to anybody that might be needing to make that New Year's resolution? And I know, Tammy, you've been talking a lot about New Year's resolutions. What would you like to say about that?
I think that I know a lot of people made that New Year's resolution to eat healthier, be more active, lose weight, and whether or not you were doing it before and got off track or you're just starting now, I think now is an excellent time. No better time than the present. Let's get started and let's do it together because we're all in this together.
That's right. Absolutely. And Jerry, what would you like to say?
Well, I'm kind of along the same lines as Tammy. It helps when you do it together with somebody. When you're trying to do it on your own, it's a lot more difficult to stay structured and focused. But when you do it together, you can push each other, and it's a great support group. So being involved with something like what we're doing makes it beneficial for everybody that's involved with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Missy that was here, she has already texted me to tell me we were shooting for one gym this week for group, and now she's giving me 3 days that she can go. So we're going to try to shoot for, I think, Monday, Tuesday, Friday of next week to really get on track and get on target and start going forward to it. So I want to thank y'all for coming today and being a part of our the vulnerability. And I talk about that, being vulnerable in front of the camera and sharing your life story with everybody is really huge. Now, Tammy, you're in the 190s, and Jerry, where are you at?
204.
204, and you had actually gotten to what, 200 or 199?
No, I hadn't got to 199 yet. I was down to between 200 and 201.
You were at the plateau where you just couldn't get in.
Yeah.
And next week we're going to talk about metabolism and plateaus and why we hit those plateaus or we just can't go forward. So next week I can't wait for that show either. And thank y'all so much for coming, and God bless you, and y'all have a good day.
God bless. Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. I want to thank all of our participants for their time and their vulnerability to let us be a part of their lives. I hope and pray you were blessed tonight to see where they are now. We have seen so much success so far in just 13 weeks. It just seems unreal at the successes. Join us again next Sunday at 8 p.m. with the newest episode of It's Me versus Me Life Change Challenge, as I will be teaching on metabolism and plateaus, so you don't want to miss that. And with this very informative information to help us look deep within and to how we really do work. If you would like to become a part of Me versus Me, we are accepting new participants to be a part of our Life Challenge. So if you would be interested in the Life Challenge, contact us on www.itsme.me.tv. And if I don't get back with you in a timely manner, please call 731-924-9249. And remember, our New Year's resolution is here. So if not now, then pick now to start your challenge. And what a way to get your year started the right way. God bless to all, and until we meet again on Sunday at 8 p.m., take care and keep on believing in yourself. Bye-bye. It's me versus me. The struggle is real. It's me versus me. The struggle is real. Why don't you choose yourself? Choose yourself. The struggle is real. The struggle is real.